Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Taking My Black Friend to Do White People Shit.
And today, the white people shit of the day is we are doing a robot shoot using a probe lens. We actually record a couple of drums, a couple of little action figures over here. We're gonna go through all the things in terms of the rig, how we actually did it, the control system that we actually used. Yeah, let's do it.
Nailed it. That's why they pay him the big bucks. Okay, so now it's several months later. This video was originally shot in the beginning of December, and now it's the beginning of February, so it is much, much later. But I'm gonna put myself in a little bubble in the corner of the screen and kind of give you some context of this video. I'm gonna tell you what I was doing, how I was building the rig, what I was doing with the robot, and just some backstory to the video because I recognize this is a very random video, and without any context, it's not gonna make any sense. So let's get into it. So Chris wanted to use the probe lens for an AMD video. So I'm just here getting the robot ready. The way I have the camera mounted on the robot in this position, it's called the rear mount. And one thing you kind of run into is what they call the springboard effect. So it can be kind of shaky, but we were using the Nikon ZR, so the IBIS actually took out a lot of that shake, and the shot actually turned out way better than I thought. So here I am just mounting the Nikon ZR, doing a rear mount as to opposed to a traditional mount. There's Chris there getting some BTS. Now I just prepped the camera and just picked the whole thing up and dragged it into the studio. It's literally as simple as that. The robot only weighs about 45 pounds plus the tripod and the camera, so call it 50 pounds. So it's not too crazy to lift the whole thing up and move it where you need to be. So here we are here just kind of doing our loose move. There was no real rhyme or reason. Chris and I were just kind of riffing on what to do and what would look cool, both with the probe lens and with our little drum setup here, and the Blink-182 Funko Pops we had in the bass drum. So we're just kind of riffing and seeing what's cool and what's vibing. We just needed 30-second shot to go into the main video for Chris's video. But we're just kind of getting some stuff aligned here. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And again, you'll see the finished video towards the end here. So this is like the main move here. And you can kind of see we've got a Insta360 on top of the rig there just to get that kind of secondary shot, which you also see in the video of how it's moving through the scene, which I thought was really, really cool. And again, the testament to the Evo's size and weight and cost was perfect for something like this. Even a couple of years ago, you couldn't do something like this because the next step up from this is hundreds of thousands of dollars and just really inaccessible. So we wanted to kind of take the simplicity and the cost savings of the robot and combine it with Chris's ideas and what he needed to do and create this fun little video.
Hollywood camera tech is getting cheap. This is the Evo robotic camera arm, and it's how we pull off shots like this, all programmed using a gaming controller and my AMD powered laptop. See, the robot arm and the software paired together control the speed, the repeatability, and the focus with insane precision. That means that we can run the same move over and over again, or at least until the talent gets tired. Now, to push this shot even further, we mounted this DZO probe lens to the camera so that it could slide through places that you normally don't see a camera slide through, like this miniature 90s pop punk band, or any of the small things that you could think of. So once we had a TIG that we were happy with, I took the 6K red raw footage from the Nikon ZR and brought it right into Premiere Pro. I had some stabilization, a color grade, and then I exported it extremely quickly because of the AMD Ryzen AI Max Plus chip. See, shots like this used to require massive teams and six-figure robot rigs. This entire setup, we're talking camera, robot arm, lens, laptop, and studio rental, plus 3 guys, costs under $50K. Now that is not cheap, but compared to what this cost years ago, we have entered a new era of filmmaking.
So that's it. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. I'm currently working on a longer BTS video on a real shoot I just had the Evo arm out on, so stay tuned for that in the next 2-3 weeks. Until then, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye!